Alright, hello everybody. I'm doing like another draw with me, chill time, have a nice relaxing time, drawing with me, and maybe you'll be drawing along as well. Let's all draw together and have a fun time. I did a video like this a couple of weeks ago and everyone seemed to like it, so here I am doing another one. I found this old sketchbook that I'd had on my bed for ages and I really like it because it's so cute and small. I've stuck a thing over it just because it's got some personal information on there. Also, wait, oh, the nails got purple this week. I'm liking them a lot. I did a little practice yesterday of what I wanted to do for this video. I will show on the screen a few pictures on my Pinterest. This is just like, I really love that style where it's loose and a bit scribbly and it's all done in coloured pencil. That's something it's like my favourite type of art. This was my first attempt, so it's not very nice. I don't like it that much. I don't hate it, but it's, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you know what is what it is. And then this was my second attempt and I think this turned out a lot nicer. So I'm really happy with this one. So I thought for this video I'm going to do a couple pages, do a few landscapes. I've got my coloured pencils here. And my pencils, these ones are all Faber-Castell Polychromos, and then on this side I've got a bunch of random ones. I found a bunch of pictures which I like on Pinterest, and I'm just going to pick one and start drawing it, I think. I don't know which one to do, which one should I do? You know what, I'll start with this one because it's quite similar to what I was doing yesterday. So there you go, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to draw myself a little rectangle to put my drawing in. It's got a big swoop that comes in like halfway. I'm really new to landscapes, so like I don't really do that many of them. Some might turn out better than others. It's just, you know, we'll just have fun drawing, and if, you know, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. If it turns out bad, it turns out bad. If it turns out good, hey, very nice. Because I feel like a lot of the time when I'm drawing, like even just a simple thing in my sketchbook, I just put way too much pressure on myself. That it has to look perfect. It's like, calm down, it's just a little sketch for your sketchbook. It doesn't have to look amazing. So that's what this little sketchbook is about. It's about having fun and not worrying too much about the outcome. There's a little house here, a little house on the hill. Oh, I can't even see it. Oh, put it there. Bunch of flowers down here. Big trees. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, wow. Okie doke. Let's put in some colour in. Make everything yellow first. I'm gonna just add a bunch of random shapes for the flowers, like little circles and lines and ovals. I'm not gonna like draw them perfectly because I'm being loose. I'm being loosey-goosey with it. I'm gonna start adding a bit of green. Actually, I think, what shade of green should I use? Don't really have that green with my pencils, so I think I'm just gonna put a bunch of like random colourful colours which aren't actually in it. Let's put blue down here. I like to do little like circles around the circles that I've already drawn, like that. I just think they look nice. Circles around the circles to define the original circles. I want to create the illusion of like really long overgrown grass without it being without having to like draw each individual blade of grass. Oh, you know what colour I'm going to whip out? I love this colour. It's such a nice colour. Oh, you know what I did last week and I felt a bit stupid after I did it. I cut my own fringe because, you know, it was getting in my eyes, it was annoying me. And when I was doing it at the time, I thought, you know what, it's not going too bad. It wasn't until in the evening when I was FaceTiming someone when I realised, oh my god, what have I done? It looks so stupid. It was a bit too short. I went a bit too short with it. And I just kept saying to myself, Emily, don't worry about it, it's going to settle, just give it time to settle. And you know what? I think it's finally settled and I don't hate it now. Right, so I've done a bit more of the grass and I think I'm going to add this fencing over here. In the picture it's like it's one of them fences, but I think I'm going to make it a bit more simple and just do it like a wire fence. So, what colour should I do my in-between bits? What did I do it on this one? Oh, I just did it black. Right, I'm going to add my little bits here. Hopefully this will help a lot with the perspective because the fence is going to get smaller and smaller as it goes back. Oh, there's a loud vehicle outside and it goes smaller until it's basically invisible. Oh, I keep forgetting to speak. I just have to concentrate so much when I'm doing this because It's something really new to me, so my brain just keeps switching off. I'm gonna start doing this little house. But what is your favourite colour? I'm gonna go for... Oh, what I do like sometimes, you'll notice I do like little scribbly squares, and that's just when I'm trying to figure out what colour to use. I'll just scribble it at the side, and it also decorates the page nicely. Oh, I don't know if I like this colour now. Decisions. I'm gonna colour it all orange first, and then go on top of it with this other colour. I think that might help. I have no idea what I am doing. Just want to put it out there. I haven't a Scooby, so yeah, I'm easy. I go with the flow. Let's see if this looks nicer now. Oh yeah, that is nicer. Just with the orange in the background, then I can do like the little wooden panels. Let's add a little window, a little blue window for the people to look out of. Oh, very cute. Actually, I will do that in blue. Because orange and blue like complementary colours, if you want to just make the colour a bit duller, just add the opposite one on top and it just dulls it down. Let's carry on this all the way across, but because I want this to be duller and more in shadow, let's add the blue. I love these pencils because they're just really nice to layer on top of each other. You can just layer and layer and layer and layer and they will just do it like a dream. Moving on to the trees at the back now. I was really struggling with trees last night when I was first practicing this sort of thing, but I think I've come to the conclusion I'm going to start drawing my trees like this sort of thing, in blobs, because I tried doing them like that but I think they just look a bit yucky, so I'm going to go for like blobs instead. What colours should I use? I haven't used this one yet. I think this would be nice. Needs a sharpen though. The base of the trees are a lot darker than the top of the trees. I might do these sort of shapes. Oh, I love a good oval. Like an oval here, followed by an oval there. For me, that is just absolutely lovely. Plonk that there. How about that? Oh, that's nice. I'll use this one for now. One of my biggest dreams in life is to own the 120 set of these pencils, the Faber-Castell Polychromos, just because I love them so much. I'm going to go on top of the blue, not the blue, the green in some parts with the red, just to add some dark bits. Done the trees. I'm not 100% happy with them, but I'm just going to move on because I think if I keep faffing with them, I'm just going to keep making them worse. So for this back hill, it's a lot lighter than the front. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at this. I feel like this whole front bit should be a lot darker. That's something to keep in mind. I might change that later on. But I want that to stand out and be a lot lighter. So this needs to be a lot darker to make that stand out. Let's add all the little trees in the back now. There's loads of tiny little houses on the hill and I want to draw them, but I'm not quite sure how. Little blobs. I don't think they look like houses. I don't know, they just look like little blobs, to be honest. Well, you know what, they're there. Okay, add some shade into these mountains. Hills, mountains, probably hills. What else have I done since I last spoke to you, which I can talk about? I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what was lovely? Yesterday I saw my boyfriend through glass, which was nice, and I was buzzing from it. So that was a highlight of the day. Strange, just when you haven't seen people for so long, when you finally see them in real life, it's like they're a stranger. It was so odd to see him. I think I need to make this tree a bit taller. I'm gonna do it. Oh, that's not the right green. It's in my hand. Which one is it? Which one is it? Oh, you know what? I feel like that's done something. That's really brought it together. Oh, happy days. Oh, I'm holding too many pencils. I can't find stuff. I might even do a cheeky little outline on just a few. Not everything, otherwise I think it gets a bit too cartoony. I think that's done. I'm going to stop messing with it because I think the more I mess with it, it's gonna clutter it up too much. And you know what? I don't think it's too bad. I'm gonna do a little border around it. 13th of May. Very official. I'm gonna chuck a few rainbows on that page. So I decorated the page a little bit just to fill up this bottom space. So I'm going to do another one now on this side. I've decided I'm going to go for this picture. Okay, I want to try doing water. This might not go very well because I've never done water before. Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for that. We'll figure it out once I get there. But I like how the building's sort of built into the side and it has the trees all around it and a nice little boat. So we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to do this one bigger to take up the whole page like this one, just because there is a lot of detail going on. Draw a little rectangle to put it all in. Got this big cliff on the side, starts about here and trickles down to there. I'm trying not to rub out any of this stuff. I'm avoiding rubbers for this book because I want to just get better at drawing things straight away without having to rub them out all the time. I've drawn this. Oh, I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to do this little bit first. I just don't know what to do. Let's do orange. Let's just put a bit of orange on. I'll see if that does anything. I have this. Actually, let me sharpen it. I'm going to colour this building in this colour and see if that does something which I like the look of. And I'm going to go on top of it with orange. I'm going to simplify the building a little bit. I'm going to make the shapes much simpler. And I'm just going to make it a rule that I'm going to make this side of the building lighter than this side of the building. That side lighter than that side. If that makes any sense. Windows. I'm going to use this colour for the windows. Just going to do little lines for them. And then I think on the side that I'm going to make the shadow side, I'll do the windows in this colour. Okay, I'm going to move on to the tree, this tree low down here. And then I'll try and work the building around it. It's quite yellow on top, so I'll draw it all a bit of blob of yellow here. And then I'll blend the green into it a bit. Then I want the green underneath to be darker. So should I just use a darker green or should I just go on top of it with blue? That could work. Oh, that's alright, I like that. Oh, that's quite cute. I think I'm going to do all the green bits first and then I'll work the building around that. I'm a bit scared to start the building because I don't really know how to do it, and I feel like I've got the general gist of trees now, so I'm not that scared to do them. This goes around like that, and then I've just realised this drawing is way off from this bit on the picture. It's like way over here, but for some reason I put it there. Oh well. Just in case you haven't seen my last video, you might have noticed the name of my channel's changed. I'm no longer just Didgeridoo It, I'm Art with M. And if you want to hear me talk about it in more detail, you can watch my last video, which is the foundation art one, just in case you're a bit confused. The name's changed, I just prefer it a bit more. I like how it actually says art in the name now, so when people hear it, they'll think, oh, it's an art channel. It's like just Didgeridoo It. You might have thought it's a channel, it must be a didgeridoo enthusiast, but no, it was an art account. So I got a bit carried away and basically filled in this entire bottom section. I'm going to work on the buildings now for a bit. I'm going to plonk in this roof here. Get a bit of orange on there. Alright, let's put little archways in here. On the picture there's 3 of them, but I didn't leave myself enough room, so I've only got 2 of them here. Let's add blue here. Try and break these 2 buildings apart. Show that this one's behind. Okay, I think it's fair to say I got a bit too much carried away and I just filled in this whole section. Right, so I'm going to move on to this. Sorry, I've realised I've not really shown you this picture that much. I'm going to move on to this cliff section here. I'm just going to shade it all in blue first. And then we'll see where that takes us. There we go, that's its general shape. Should I whip out another blue? What does this one look like? Oh, that is quite nice. Oh, yes, it is quite nice, that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I have this to kind of separate up the cliff a bit. Go in with my darkest colour now. I'm not actually, this isn't black, it might look black, but it's not. It's dark indigo, because I kind of have a rule that I don't use black, because it makes things look quite dull. Things look nicer if you, it's like if you want something to be dark, to just use like a dark brown or a dark blue, or just a dark anything other than black. This is just what I like to do. Let's do my classic thing of doing an oval next to an oval. Woo! Party time. Oval and an oval. Love it.
Hello, hello, hello. What's happening here then?
Hello.
Now that's a madness.
Remember when I said in the beginning that it would probably take me half an hour to do one of these? How long's it been going now? How long's it been going?
How long is it taking?
Well, this one's got houses, so it's just blooming
houses.
Blooming houses.
Good for nothing houses.
Houses. I don't really know if it's a house. I'd call it more of a castle.
Have the people at home seen Mr. Splodge?
I don't know if they can handle Splodgy.
Do you not think?
It's so cute.
You'll be having your job if you're not careful.
And I'm going to start the water, but I'm going to just let you in a little secret. Not really drawn water before. Well, I've drawn it, but like cartoon. I mean, this isn't realistic, but it's closer to realistic than I've ever drawn before. So I'm a bit scared. Oh, I'm doing it. There we go. It's happening. Well, there you go. That's something that I've just done. I think this colour actually might work a little bit for some of the reflections in the water. I'm just going to keep adding colours until I think it looks alright. If you colour white on top of something, I mean, it obviously makes it a tiny bit lighter, but it also gets rid of the little speckles showing through from the page. And I'm going to try and add some reflections in the water, because this bit should be a lot darker, but we'll see how that goes. A bit like that. Does that look right? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to just add a big block of blue here. Okay, it's boat time. What colour should I use? That's always la question. And then a bit of blue on top, I think. Well, I've just had a little break, and I had an online dance lesson, so we had to go do that. It was painful, and it was point work, you know, where you go on your toes, your tippy toes. It was so painful. You're not actually. It was doing mainly bar stuff today, so it wasn't as bad as other times, but the toes are feeling it. It would help if I had the picture up, wouldn't it? That would be a big help. I'm going to move on to now, hopefully the rest of this, because this obviously took quite a long time. Hopefully the rest of it now will be quite quick and simple, because the mountains and the distance I'll do kind of like that, so not really much detail. Plus I don't want to put detail into the background, otherwise if everything's detailed then it's going to look too cluttered and there won't be a focal point. So I'm hoping this will be the focal point, because it's the most detailed, and everything else will be faded out. Big fat rock, probably a rock. Big fat rock right here. And then I'll make the top of it a little bit darker. Oh, I'm really tired now. It's taking it out of me, that dance class. Got a big grey cloud up here, but I don't really want to use the colour grey, because that'll look dull. So what do I want to use? It's kind of a bit orangey, but if I put a big block of orange up there, it's risky, because what if I don't like it? I'll do it blue first, and then I can go orange on top of it. Just gonna make this mountain a bit darker actually, cause after closer inspection, yeah, it just needs to be darker, doesn't it? Actually, nope. I was about to say, right, I think I'm done, but I think this side of the sea needs to be darker as well. Okay, so I am done. I'm pretty proud of what I've done today. I like them a lot. This is a sort of style I really enjoy, and hopefully I can do a bit more of these and fill up this sketchbook. I might do a few portraits and figure studies as well, not just landscapes, so maybe they'll be in a future video. But I hope you had a fun time watching, and maybe if you drew along, you drew something nice, you had a fun time drawing as well. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.